Today we're going to start personality development class there, and as you know that in our course personality development is one of the most important chapters supposed to be there, and today for the first time right after 6 months we're going to study. As you know that each and every senior student has to study about the personality development, why it is important, why to develop our personality, why is quite important in modern era. This all the things we're going to explain today, and you need to understand that very carefully. See dear, why personality should be developed there. Actually, the world has been globalized there, and people have been just going on the Mars and Moon also, and this world is quite high tech. In this era, so many private institutions, many private companies, multinational companies are flourishing in the market, and you are doing the business worldwide there. Many of the companies are connect internationally, famous, and to work in those companies especially need to be very much prominent there by all means. By all means even your external personality must be important there, and internal too. So first of all, today we're going to study in this class that what is external personality and what is internal personality. External personality all about what you look from outside there, and internal personality, what is your qualities, what's your, how is your body language, how is your eye contacts, whether you are having positive attitudes or not. This everything includes internal personality. In internal personality we do have to count so many things there that will be studying one by one there, but today I like to focus about the external personality. As you know that every coin has two aspects, head and tail same way. In a human's life, external and internal, both the personality has to be cared. Many of the people often says that external personality never matters, yeah, doesn't matter. It is spoken by only those people who are self-centered, who never thinks about the world, what the world is doing today. Now you'll have to change with the time, and it is quite important there. External personality is what that magnetize the public in the prime of history. When you talk to any person, then definitely they are impressed first of all by their external look. External look, it means what you look from outside. As you know that external personality is a tentative personality, short time ending personality is there, and within shortest span of time it can be changed also there. As you know that in external personality, it includes your dressing senses there, the way you comb your hair, the way means the shoes that you wear, the belt that you use, the tie, means this all the combination comes under external personality. In external personality, not only these things include, there a lot of more things it includes, like when you meet any newcomer or strangers in your day-to-day life, the first of all external personality impresses that person. Suppose for the first time you're just going to participate or take part in any companies or any companies parties, companies meeting, companies seminar, and you're meeting many of the people for the first time. When you meet those persons, then that time the persons look only your external personality. They don't know what you're inside, means what is hidden your inside. So actually in this era, what has been there the time that what it looks from outside, people firstly magnetize there. It is said there in English that first impression is the last impression. When you impress in the prima facie the people in the first sight, then definitely they are impressed, and later that same images creates in their mind whenever they recall or remember you in future also. So this is why we do have to take our external personality very serious. In external personality, people say that your dressing sense should be very good. Dressing sense, why it should be very good? Because it brings confidence. It is all the game of confidence there. Just I would like to give a very simple example that what is confidence, how your external personality helps you gaining confidence, that today I'm going to explain that. Suppose you go to a wedding party there, and in that wedding party means there's a very big ostentatious celebration is there. People are flaunting, they are exhibiting themselves, they are demonstrating themselves, and someday when you go in the very simple dresses, older dress you have just gone with, and that time you always try to away from the limelight. When you go to have food, when you have to go to dine, then you don't like to face the people or public there. Why does it happen there? Because you feel inferiority complex from inside there. But which day you have gone dressing yourself in a very ostentatious way, just any girl is there, then they have dressed up herself very beautifully. Any boy has gone, they have dressed up very smartly. That time they often keep on looking on the stage on the front side in front of the limelights. But when our clothings are very normal, abnormal, or ordinary, that moment you often try to evade yourself from the people's eyesight or view. You don't like to go in front of the cameras there, you don't like to face the cameras. Same thing happens with the when you go to attend any seminars there, when your dressing sense is not good, really means you don't like to communicate with the persons, or you try to get away from there. But when you have a good dressing sense, then definitely you like to meet the people time and again, and it impresses the people in the prima facie. Now what would happen when you will meet the people, when you will impress the people in the next time, when you will talk about internal personality, means suppose you have a good speaking skill there, or you have a good speak up, then definitely 100% you can impress any person. External personality, just people take seriously about their hair especially. You must be looking the right before 10 years or 15 years, many people had very simple type of hair style they used to have, like left combing or right combing. But nowadays if you look 10 of the people, then definitely all the 10 persons hairstyle would be different. Hairstyle, it means it is not only to exhibit yourself, also it shows your constructivity, your positivity, how positive you can think about yourself. It indicates that when you're dressing yourself in a formal way, it means you can just do some good things there. You can you're making yourself ready to go for any MNS, especially multinational companies there, MNC, multinational companies there. But when you just don't know how to dress yourself there, you might have heard about the business management. When you go to do the course of business management, especially people train you how to dress yourself. Why do they train? Because you might have gone to any shopping malls, any big bazaar, any mart, any places there. The people often the people who have been working there, often they are found in a well dressed get up. When well dressed get up, when you see there's some persons, automatically you're magnetized towards them, and you think that okay, they can give a good business. Even their their mentality, their behavior is very polite, their nature is very polite. When you talk something, when you ask something, they never get irritated, and they just reply positively. It happens due to confidence also, because when the people are confident, when they are dressing themselves in a nice manner, then definitely they will impress the public. But when they are having the normal dresses, sometimes it gives a low impression. But we cannot judge any person externally. In the prima facie, it can impress the persons. When you want to impress any person for a long time, then definitely your internal personality will help you there. In internal personality, the first point that comes, that is called positive attitude. What is the mean of positive attitude? Anybody can tell? Anyone? What's the mean of positive attitude? Positive attitude, negative attitude, we often listen. What is the mean of positive attitude? सकारात्मक रवैया जिसको आप बोलते हैं. I mean, positivity is very necessary. Means you're just a student there, and you are having the whole life letter to live, and in coming time, you do have to be very much positive, because when in humans brain there are two types of horses. Negative horses and positive horses, and whichever horse you feed, that will start working inside you. Means if you started feeding up the positive horse, then definitely you will start thinking positive everything. And if you started thinking about negative things, everything would be negative there. Let's understand, means suppose you want to be a doctor, your ambition is to be a doctor, and you started thinking positively, oh, I'll be a doctor definitely, because I do have to serve the society, and I'll be serving the people there, I won't be taking so much fee from the people. You will be thinking always positive. Okay, everybody would help me, many of my friends are there also, they have been doing medical, they can help me, support me, I can do that. Means you will be self motivated, and you will definitely do one day, because it is not beyond the capacity of any human beings to be the great. But when you will start thinking negative, oh my God, I'll be studying for the 4 or 5 years, yet I'll prepare for 2 or 3 years. If I couldn't succeed in NIT, then what would happen? NEET exam I couldn't clear, then what would happen? Suppose 3 or 4 years I have completed, and I became fail, that time what would happen? What the people would think? Later what would I do? My career would be ruined. When you will start thinking negative, everything would be negative there, and you will stop yourself. So be self motivated and be positive, because being positive is important everywhere. When you're not positive, when you don't think about anything positive, nothing will be there. Before you joining Cambridge also, you might have thought that okay, whether I'll learn English or not. No, you have to be very much confident that I do have to learn, because when everybody has been learning English, they have been speaking very good, they're communicating to the next level, why can't I? So this is why I tell you there that as well as external personality. Internal personality is very necessary, and in internal personality, the first point comes, that is of positive attitude. Positive attitude is quite important. Without positive attitude, you cannot do anything. Suppose you have jumped in the river and you don't know how to swim, but if you have a positive attitude, you'll be thinking to come across. You'll be thinking that, okay, I should just keep on working, then definitely one end or the other you will get there. But suppose just you jumped and you thought, no, now I am about to die, definitely you will die there. It happens there. So you need to be very much bold, confident. Confidence matters. Confidence everywhere matters. No matter whether you're a driver, you're driving a car and you're speeding at 80 km an hour from both the sides. Suppose the vehicles are coming from the first both the sides, and you're just taking your vehicle from the middle way. And when you came to the middle way, you're just gonna think that, okay, it might be the accident. Definitely the accident would be there. But when you're confident, okay, the situation has come there. No matter the typhoon is coming, I will pass there. If you are confident, you might not control your loss, and you can definitely get rid of safely there. So this is why I tell you that positive attitudes will lead everywhere. Confidence will make you successful in your life. You need to be very much prominent, full of spirit, full of enthusiasm, full of, you know, your courage, and only then you can win the world there. To win the world, your positive attitude will definitely work there. Many of the time, being alone, you know, disconnecting from our friends, sometimes we start thinking very negatively about ourselves, that okay, what would happen, nobody helping me, no any friends supporting me, even the guardians having no money, how would I work later in future. That time, you know, you become so much depressed, disappointed. No, this should not be there. Be self-motivated. Self-motivated means I needed motivation from it. In India, what happens mainly, that we go to have the advices from those type of persons who doesn't know anything. They suppose we have to do IAS, you want to crack IAS examination, but we go to take suggestions from that type of persons who has never done or never tried for IAS or has been fail in that. Suppose when you go to the failures, then definitely they will depress you there. When you go to the person who has been successful in that particular field, they will especially tell, they will definitely tell that, okay, if I can't do, why can't you? But if you go to a failure, they will speak that, okay, dear, I was very intelligent person, I labored for 4 or 5 years, I failed, how can you? So that moment, what would happen? That the negativity will come inside you. You think before taking any suggestion from any person there, that okay, whether that person deserve or not to suggest you, and only then go to have suggestions from such type of persons. Otherwise, they'll make you negative. So while making the decisions, you do have to be very much right and be positive always about doing anything. When you have thought that, okay, this is good thing for myself, for my career, then definitely you need to be very much prominent, and you need to be self-dedicated. Self-dedicated means you dedicate yourself for the work there, and you know that you can win the entire world. When you think about the things that okay, I'll be not able to do those things very successfully, then definitely the business is about to shrink there. So you need to be very much prominent, you need to be very much confident, you need to be very much, it's quite obvious destination should be there, goals should be there, and start achieving that one by one after another. It can be already in the words of Edwin C. Bliss, you might have heard, a British thinker and philosopher was there, who shared that success doesn't mean the absence of failure, it means winning the war, not every battle. Success doesn't mean the absence of failure, it means winning the war, not every battle. It doesn't mean if there is no unsuccess, that is why we are successful. It means we are just winning the small battles there. But we do have to just win a big goal. We have to win a complete entire war. We don't have to focus on the small things. You're just passing matriculation, intermediate. These are the milestones like. But your supreme goal is quite different. And you just focus on the supreme goal, that how can I reach there? You often keep looking up and just see straight. Never see left or right. There, because in the world, there are so many things would come in your life that will try to divert yourself from the study. But when you'll be just looking at your goal, your destination, your confidence will lead you to success. So that is why we don't have to ignore our internal personality. Prima facie, why do I tell that, okay, external personality, we have to take it seriously? Each and every professionals have the different dressing senses there. When you go to any educational institutions, like when you're going to study English, their dressing sense is different. When you're going to learn Sanskrit, the teacher's dressing sense is quite different. When you're going to play cricket in the field, the referee's dressing sense is quite different. When you're going for any yoga, definitely their dressing sense is quite different. Everywhere the dressing sense matters, and this is why the MNCs and the companies, that dress codes are allowed. Without dressing, without good dress, if you go there, when you don't go in particular uniform, definitely they will not let you in the company is there. Why? Because when you can't manage yourself, how would you manage the company? That is why we need to take seriously your external personality. In internal personality, your body language matters. Body language, what is that? When you're speaking to the people, it means you directly connect to the person or public there. You do not speaking to different things or some other stuffs. When you're speaking publicly, you need to make an eye contact with the persons, and just seeing in their eyes, you do have to speak something that, okay, you're speaking only for themselves, only for those people you're speaking, only then they will try to listen carefully. Otherwise, when you're not making a good eye contact with the person, definitely they will not ready to listen. Next is there, after positive attitude, the next eye contact comes, and the body language. Body language means when you're speaking something, you need to be not very much neutral. When you're just having activated body and mind, you need to control your shawl, and you need to just go on, giving some expressions. Body language means shoulders expression, facial expressions, okay, the fingers movement, hand movements, everything should be in a controlled way. It should be used. It shouldn't be flown too much also, and not below the marks also. You do have to keep it normal, and according to the situation, you do need to use the body language. So the third point comes here, that is learn from mistakes in internal personality. Mistakes are the probable. To err is the human's nature. To err is the human's nature. It means गलतियां करना जो है मनुष्य का स्वभाव है. When we are human beings, we will definitely be mistaking in whole life. It means we will not mistake ever. It cannot be assumed. We will make mistakes, but what is there? Each mistake gives you a perfect lesson. So we need to improve our life by improving the mistakes in our life. Suppose you have given money to any persons, to any of your close friends, that okay, 10,000 rupees. Somebody came and asked you for 10,000 rupees. Okay, dear, I'm in an emergency. Please give me 10,000 rupees. You have given him. And right after you said that, okay, return me this money after 1 month. But when you needed that amount, that person will tell that, okay, I'm sorry dear, actually I don't have money, I'll be giving you later. At the time when you need that, they will deceive you. So it means you understand that, what is the lesson hidden here? That, okay, the money that you have only, that is useful for you. But the money that you lend to others, this will not be used on the time. So if you have sufficient quantity, then you give. Otherwise, if you have limited quantity, do not lend it to others. Otherwise, you will have to bear the loss one day. Suppose you're going to your way to home and to house, and on the way there is a big obstacle is there, bump is there. Every day you being stumbled, you just fall. What do we get the lesson? That, okay, we should walk looking down. So each and every mistake has a lesson. Whenever you will make mistake, it will give you a lesson. But there is a need to understand that. In English there is a saying that making mistake isn't wrong, but to repeat it one is. गलती करना जो है वो गलत नहीं है, but इसको दोहराना जरूर गलती है. When one mistake several times will be committing, definitely your life is to be hell. You cannot improve in yourself in the life. It is very, very important to improve your mistakes. The lesson that you have taken from making mistakes, that you have to improve in your life. First time when you get a lesson, you didn't improve that. Second time it may be there that you will not be living there to improve your mistakes. Suppose you're going on the road and you looked any accident, any person was walking right side of the road, he was crossing the road without looking both the sides, and he met with an accident, he died. Then what the lesson is there? Lesson is there that, okay, before we cross the road, we should look left, right, both the sides. But suppose instead of that person, if it would be you, would there be any chance to improve the mistakes? No. So the mistakes are probable, but when the wise person is one who often takes the lessons from the other persons, not from their own mistakes. Also, the lesson is hidden in your own mistake, but when you will start taking lesson from the other's mistake, then definitely a lot of lessons you can have in your life. Today you're studying in institution. Maybe previously you were studying in any school, you were studying. Now you're studying any institution. Later you'll be studying to universities. But after completing all these educations, when you'll be, in professional life, that time who will be there to improve your mistake? When you're at home, you're making mistakes, your guardians are indicating you that, okay, do not make such mistakes. When you're in a school, also the teachers or the principals are present there to indicate your mistake, that, okay, you're making such mistake, do not do like that. When you are also in the college life, then definitely some professors also there, they might indicate that, okay, this mistake you shouldn't make. But suppose all your educational session has completed there, after that who will be there to guide you? It will be your mistakes who will improve you. You'll be making mistakes, you'll be having a lesson, and always you will be improving yourself. Only then one day you can be a successful person. So making mistake isn't wrong, but to repeat it one is. It means we will not mistake, it won't be there. Mistakes would be probable. Often we'll be making mistakes, but we shouldn't repeat them all. In this, and actually in personality development, so many points are there. One by one I'll be dealing all the points in one day. All the points are not important today. We have dealt only 2 points: have positive attitude and learn from mistakes. Total 22 points are there of improving yourself. Then we'll be dealing some other points some other day. Today actually this is Tuesday, and we do have to go for the classes. Something was given there, so just I'd like to end discussions here only. What was the topic? Could you stop the video? Picture explanation.